Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dalaran, and today I want to talk about Nostalrius, a private server for vanilla World of Warcraft that is getting shut down on April 10th. I want to talk a bit about what the server is, why the shutdown is happening, as well as a few personal thoughts on the matter. For the longest time playing World of Warcraft, ever since Cataclysm up until today in Warlords of Draenor, I've always heard people talk about, oh, vanilla World of Warcraft was so great, and talk about a plethora of different things why vanilla WoW is better than current WoW. And Nostalrius is able to bring you this experience of vanilla World of Warcraft. Now, what is Nostalrius? I think is the first question to be asked. Not everybody watching this video will be informed. Nostalrius is a private server that is stuck in a time loop. It is a client that opens up WoW, but back in the days of vanilla. Nostalrius didn't change anything from vanilla. They didn't change anything, not the basic layout of the cities, or the environment, or the damage scaling, or the gear, or even the bugs that are in the game back from vanilla. They kept it all the same as everyone remembers, to every little bit of detail. A lot of players started playing Nostalrius because they enjoyed the WoW vanilla experience. Some play it for a simply different experience than what current game offers. Because while the game current versus vanilla is at a core the same game, they are slightly different compared to the game. Current game being an evolved version. Back in vanilla, the classes played different, the leveling was different, importance of gear was different, the stats were a little different. So the small little changes, small little discrepancies is what attracts people back to the days of vanilla. People either played it to get a different experience, or played it because they miss the old days of vanilla World of Warcraft, which Nostalrius was able to provide. So now that we know what Nostalrius is, let's talk about the shutdown and the cause of it. As far as I know, Blizzard is suing Nostalrius and the server is getting shut down on April 10th, 2016. While I'm not fully, aware of the all legal actions that are being taken, I know this. World of Warcraft is a game owned by Blizzard, so Blizzard owns the game as well as the servers for the game. So in a way, Nostalrius are people that are running the game, the same game just from a couple, 10 years ago now, that Blizzard originally made. So the game is not different in its core, it is still World of Warcraft just with earlier patches. So in terms of ownership, I can see why Blizzard would want to protect their investment, and I can see why they would feel like Nostalrius Vanilla is part of Blizzard's property. So I guess I can understand why legal actions are being taken. Currently, there's two sides that people are on. One side says that it's not illegal if the server isn't making any profit. The other side says the opposite, but I didn't really want to play detective to find out the legality of running a private server, what's legal, what's not, since the server is getting shut down. But I can definitely see why people would want to go back to old servers, back in vanilla, TBC, or even Wrath of Lich King. And for this example, please hear me out before we make a judgment call. So to make this example work, let's take a popular franchise out there, one that gets many games iterations, kind of like World of Warcraft. And the best one I can think of is Call of Duty. No matter if you like console gaming or not, the guys behind Call of Duty simply make new games and they keep the old ones. They release a new Call of Duty every year or so, but there are a lot of options to go back to. Let's say we are in Advanced Total Warfare Carnage 3, or whatever the Call of Duty we're in right now, but you enjoyed the living shit out of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, my personal choice. And you have the option to go back to that game, and maybe somebody will still be playing that game. World of Warcraft, on the other hand, is a game that evolves with no ways of going back, which is always interesting. I always found that interesting about the game, because it is the same game, it just keeps evolving and getting new features and getting new dungeons, new raids, new gear, new everything. And that's why I like World of Warcraft, and that's why I play it. But with this in mind, I can see why some people would want to go back to an expansion they played, because that is the kind of game that they paid for. That is the experience that they wanted. That is the experience that they were comfortable with. That is what they wanted out of the game, and nothing more. Variations of Call of Duty aren't too far apart from one another. In every game, you shoot, you die, sometimes you get kill streaks, and sometimes you pwn noobs. World of Warcraft expansions aren't too far-fetched either, not too far apart on their own. In every expansion you quest, you raid, you collect epic loot, and sometimes you pwn noobs. So in a way, it's just people have a different preference, and Nostalrius gave people that option to be able to go to a previous preference of a game that somebody might have, decided, hey, this is the game that I want to play. Hey, this is the questing experience I wanted. Hey, this is the class system that I wanted out of the game. This is what I paid for. This is what I truly wanted. And they're just basically just trying to get as much out of what they enjoyed from back in the day. That's basically why Nostalrius worked. Had a bit of thought about this, but maybe you guys will find this interesting. I feel like Nostalrius' success was also its failure. Its success ultimately brought on the failure of the server and why they're getting shut down. The game attracted a popular Twitch celebrity, Sodapoppin. It's not the game's fault, but the guy enjoyed the server and usually told his stream about his experience playing it, or even sent out tweets about his server experience. His audience, being primarily World of Warcraft audience, at least that's where he started at, would follow suit and at least give the game a try. Some would try and never go back, for all we know. From there, it's just a snowball that rolls down a snow mountain. It's just nice and peaceful doing its own thing, but eventually by the time it hits the bottom of the hill, it's going to be a magnanimous size and it's going to have an impact. So I feel like Nostalrius' success, its overwhelming success, was ultimately also its own failure, because it's so successful, it ultimately caused itself to fail. The last part is just my personal thoughts. All I can say is rest in peace, Nostalrius. I cannot say much more. I've always wondered what vanilla World of Warcraft was like, but my head is just too busy in the current game. Maybe it's the streams that keep me busy, maybe it's the everyday commitment to make 2 videos a day that gets me hooked into the game for hours, but I'm currently investing a lot of time into World of Warcraft Warlords of Draenor. Because I spend so much time in the retail game, I can't really say too much about private servers, let alone Nostalrius. I do hope that the team that set up Nostalrius moves on to better, greater things in the future. I wish them all the luck and success in the world. If they were able to bring back vanilla World of Warcraft and get enough success to be noticed by Blizzard to the point where the whole project had to be shut down, then they can definitely make waves in the future to come. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. This has been my discussion. I guess this is also an informative video on server Nostalrius and its imminent shutdown. What are you guys' thoughts? Comment your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.